If you had a chance to change the structure of the US government, would you take it? Because that's exactly what I'm offering. I built a platform called Citizens Before Politics to give people a direct way to weigh in on 12 constitutional amendments aimed at fixing the structure of the US government under what I call a Bill of Structural Integrity. All you have to do is go to the site, review the proposals, verify, and vote yes, no, or yes with suggested changes. Now, Amendment 5 through 8 are going to focus on the justice system, but before I get into those, I need to explain why I did this. This could happen to you. About 2/3 of Americans experience significant civil legal issues annually. For nearly the last 2 years, I have been forced into the civil court system in North Carolina after my landlord misrepresented a property that had multiple housing code violations. I am not an attorney, but I am highly research driven, legally minded, and fully capable of reading and understanding law. What started as a simple civil claims case made it all the way to the United States Supreme Court, and what I experienced along the way was being disregarded, verbally accosted, and repeatedly forced into proving myself instead of actually presenting my case. This is what led me to write a scholarly paper called The Most Dangerous Branch, and it's honestly terrifying what I discovered about our judicial system. For example, Section 1983 is a federal statute that allows people to sue state actors for violating their constitutional rights. In theory, it's probably one of the most important accountability tools in the country, but because of all the doctrine and immunity the Supreme Court has built around it, that protection has become almost meaningless. Only 67 out of more than 61,000 cases between 2020 and 2025 received a ruling in their favor. And it gets worse. Since 1925, the Supreme Court uses what it wants to hear and what it does not. Since 1993, close to 250,000 cases have been denied because the court decided that they weren't important enough based off of a clerk's opinion. That should disturb every single person in this country. Justice is not some abstract concept. It is an inherent human value. When justice is denied, it is not merely about complaints or disappointment. It is about telling people that their pain doesn't matter, that their harm is not worth the system's time, and that their rights are not important enough to be fully heard. I need you to understand that if we do not fix the justice system, the rest of this country will not matter. A nation cannot claim liberty, rights, or equal protection while its justice system functions as a barrier instead of a safeguard. Now, if you want the deeper breakdown, my paper is free to read and download. There's no signups because the truth matters. What you will find is not a system built for equal justice for all. You will find a system that is too often protects those in power, rewards money, and enables abuse. Make sure to share and follow because these next 4 amendments matter not just for this country, but for you.